What is up, YouTube family? Thank you guys for tuning back into Wilburn Reactions. My name is Chad. If you are new to the channel, go ahead and subscribe. I promise you, you won't be disappointed. Hit that thumbs up if you like this video. Also, notification buttons on at all times. I do release videos throughout the day. Today, we're heading to a new artist, new group alert, The Yardbirds. And the song we're going into is Heart Full of Soul. You better have a heart full of soul when you come to this channel, because it ain't nothing but soul. And what is that saying on this side, guys? Soul ain't got no color. To my new subscribers, soul ain't got no color is my saying. But I want to thank you guys for coming over and joining my beautiful family. This is the greatest YouTube family to be a part of when it comes to the music reaction side. So thank you guys. Also, I want to let you guys know I don't talk, skip, or pause during my reactions. I wait to the very end to give you my honest, detailed breakdown. So wait for that. Let's dive in and see what these Yardbirds do.
Sick and hard and lonely, deep in dark despair, thinking one thought only, where is she? Tell me where. And if she says to you she don't love me, just give her my message, tell her of my plea. And I know, well, if she had me back again, well, I would never make her sad. I got a heart full of soul. If she had me back again, well, I would never make her sad. I got a heart full of soul. She's been gone such a long time, longer than I can bear. But if she says she wants me, tell her that I'll be there. Says to you she don't love me, just give her my message, tell her of my plea. And I know, well, if she had me back again, well, I would never make her sad. I got a heart full of soul.
If you didn't see my facial expression, let me remind you guys what was going on. So while I was making that expression is because there was a point when they were singing and then they went into a higher octave, and it just caught me off guard how it climbed, because they were harmonizing. So let's just say with Heart Full of Soul, I was like, oh, we're getting places already. So you're going to start 5 seconds of the song and hit me with an octave like that. All right. Okay, Yardbirds, you got my attention. Bands like this, I just did this, said this about another band. I can't remember who it was. But bands like this, I think, and I don't even know when the Yardbirds came out, but I'm guessing the 60s. But I'm going to look right now before I say what I'm going to say. I'm going to say the 60s, though. Let's go dive in. Let's go look. So the Yardbirds. Let me be right. Yeah. I'm on fire, baby. Thanks to you guys. I'm telling you, I'm learning these eras. And the reason why I bring this out, because I said this before, and I think these bands really were the foundation. And they had a very unique style to them around that era. And I love, like I say, the drums, how the style of drumming was played back then. It's like what we learn as drummers is the basics. What these guys were doing is the basics, but it sounded so great. And everything elevated over time, instruments, singing-wise, all that great stuff. But sometimes the basics are the greatest things ever, and we forget the basics. in anything we do in life. You know, you learning a sport, you're learning to build a car, you're learning to do whatever, construction. The basics are always where you want to start, but sometimes, you know, in this new generation, they like to change things up, and the basics are, it's old, you know, let's change it, throw it out. And I bring that up because these bands right here had, there was like, what did I say? If it's not broke, don't fix it. So these bands didn't have anything going on that was wrong. It was just, I think other bands after them tried to just elevate, and they tried to fix it, I think. Fix something that wasn't broke. These bands had everything they needed to have in the 60s. I think they were the root. And a lot of, I'm not speaking for all bands, but as I get further and deeper into reactions on this channel, and we talk about bands transitioning over time, and I don't think it happened in the 70s. I don't think it happened in the 80s because I think they still held their ground with original sound. I think that stuff started coming towards the 90s, 2000s, and that sound just faded away, and we got away from this. Singing-wise, these guys are phenomenal. I love the harmony, like I said. You don't get that a lot, I think, in these newer bands that I've reacted to so far. I'm not too deep in the newer side, but from what I got, I haven't seen a style like this where you got the band members harmonizing or multiple even singers in a band. And then just the originality of like the instruments here. It's clean playing. And as I say, as a pocket drummer, it's playing in the pocket, and all the instruments are in the pocket in this song. But the melody and the flow of this song is so great. It's not even calling it basic. Their singing is elite. So you don't even need a crazy amount of playing on the instruments with that type of singing. But I noticed that about bands back then. They didn't have a lot of eliteness going on. They didn't have crazy solos or nothing like that. They just gave us the originality of rock and roll music, in which they didn't know at that time. They were just making rock and roll music, you know. But now as we got in further generations, we can say that. These guys were there just to make great music, and it sounded great. So I get the I get the evolving times of music and change, but it's like, do you really need to change that much with something that's not originally broke? I don't think you do. I think you just learn from them, make great music, and keep going. I don't think you need to change a lot of sounds and go crazy, but I don't know. I guess it's an argument there. You know, the industry changes, but I really like these bands. I really like when I go in the 60s and 70s. I like their styles. I like their sounds. And like I said, I'm starting to understand, and I said this before, I'm starting to get further and further and understand what you guys are talking about as I react to these other bands and go through time and generations of music. I see what you guys are talking about of music changing, and I can see you guys who grew up through these eras saying what you guys are saying. Before that, younger me, or me being me out, you'd be like, you know, music can change. They made it better, if you ask me. But sometimes they overdo it when they try to change it, and they change it to something that just don't sound like rock and roll anymore. So I get it, guys. But thank you for introducing me to Yardbirds. I like their style. I love their singing. I'm definitely going to dive back into them and see what else they have out there. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and I will see you guys in my next video.